have a word. It sort of became old-fashioned. It's called a nationalist. And I say, really, we're not supposed to use that word. You know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm a nationalist.
I am Mr. Beat, and President Donald Trump got a lot of crap for saying that, but why? Well, because the word nationalism has a negative connotation these days. In fact, the word is often used to attack people. It's often automatically associated with white nationalism.
On the campaign trail, you called yourself a nationalist. Some people saw that as emboldening white nationalists.
Well, I don't know. Why do I have my highest poll numbers ever with African Americans?
And lately, Trump and others like PragerU,
nationalism is making a comeback. If you care about freedom, you should hope it succeeds.
Are trying to change that. But French President Emmanuel Macron said, quote, nationalism is a betrayal of patriotism. Wait, patriotism? Well, that's a word that often gets glorified. And yet, patriotism and nationalism are two words that often get mixed up. Wikipedia even says this, for crying out loud. While the two words are related and used to mean the same thing, today they no longer mean the same thing. So let's clear this up. Patriotism is love and devotion to one's country. Nationalism is love and devotion to one's country above all others. Now, nationalism does have other meanings, and there are different types of nationalism, but I don't want to complicate things too much. For the rest of this video, I do want to analyze why so many people think nationalism is dangerous and patriotism is not. Understanding that will hopefully give you a deeper understanding of the difference between the two. And I did bring puppets along again to help me out with this.
I love my country.
I love my country, eh?
Right on.
Awesome.
I love my country.
No, I love my country, eh?
I said I love my country.
I said I love my country, eh?
What's so great about your country? Ours is better.
Oh no, your country doesn't even have universal health care, you hoser.
But how about America's pastime, baseball, yo?
Hockey's so much more graceful.
First of all, nationalism often leads to revolution and war. Patriotism usually does not. In fact, nationalism was one of the primary causes of both World War I and World War II.
Many now seek comfort in a simplistic narrative, ceaselessly repeated, that nationalism caused 2 world wars and the Holocaust. But this is one of the great untruths of our time.
Hey, that was rude. And no, it was a cause of World War I and World War II. It was one of the causes, not the only cause, of course.
Adolf Hitler was no nationalist. He was an imperialist. If his ambitions had...
Did he just say Hitler was not a nationalist?
Adolf Hitler was no nationalist.
Oh, geez. He really did. Okay, yeah, Hitler was a nationalist. And of course, yeah, also an imperialist. They often go hand in hand. This isn't either or.
So what did you hear?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely Laurel.
Well, I hear Yanni, actually. I'm sorry to disagree with you.
No worries. We can still be friends.
So what do you hear?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely Laurel.
Excuse me? Clearly it's Yanni.
No. It is Laurel.
So it's like that. You know, I never pictured you as one of those Laurel people, you freak.
My parents warned me about you Yanni folk. They told me you Yanni folk can't be trusted.
Get out of my house.
This is my house.
Second, nationalism is exclusionary. Patriotism does not have to be. Nationalism creates this in-group / out-group mentality and often justifies doing whatever possible to help just one nation while ignoring, neglecting, or even hurting other nations. This automatically makes every global issue an us versus them issue. You're either with us or you're against us. Novelist George Orwell was a big critic of nationalism. He once said, quote, "A nationalist is one who thinks mainly in terms of competitive prestige. His thoughts always turn on victories, defeats, triumphs, and humiliations." Unquote.
Our strongest loyalties are to those who are closest to us, to our family, then the larger community or tribe, and finally to the nation. Long ago, it was discovered that the key to human freedom is to build political life out of this natural loyalty. By putting decision-making in the hands of the family, the community, and the independent nation, you could get people to cooperate with one another, join in the common defense, and willingly obey laws.
Of course, it's human nature to be loyal to your family first, then neighborhood or town, and then nation. But why stop the pyramid there? You could put planet underneath that. After all, if there was an alien invasion, we'd quickly forget about the idea of nations. We'd have to unite as a species or end as a species. This leads to the third problem with nationalism.
We shall respect the laws of other countries, even if they're not aligned with ours. You shall respect the laws of other countries, unless breaking them helps us. Am I right?
It often leads to breaking laws of other countries. Patriotism does not. With nationalism, the laws of one country always supersede the laws of all other countries. It also leads to the breaking of treaties. For example, time and time again, we've seen countries break the Geneva Conventions due to nationalism.
The Protestant Reformation of the 16th century made the independent nation-state the political cornerstone of the modern world. When Henry VIII declared that England would no longer obey dictates from Rome, he became Europe's first true nationalist.
Okay, he's mixing religion and the nation state here. Luther was breaking away from the Catholic Church, not a country. And Henry VIII just wanted to divorce his wife, and the Catholic Church wouldn't let him.
European elites learned the wrong lesson, believing that independent nations are inherently dangerous.
Well, independent nations can be dangerous. I'd say Germany and Japan were a bit dangerous in the late 1930s.
Better, they reasoned, that all countries should live under one government.
Okay, that's a straw man. Most world leaders have not called for that, unless he's confusing one world government with the United Nations or maybe the EU.
In 1992, this vision gave birth to the European Union.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, the EU is not one world government. It was a voluntary agreement that European countries signed up for to make trade easier. And it has in fact created more freedom in the world, not less.
British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher hated the idea. She didn't want the bureaucrats in Brussels making decisions for Brits in Birmingham. But in the utopian 1990s, Britain thought it was better to dump Thatcher and go with Brussels.
But these bureaucrats are representatives from all the countries in the EU. He made it sound like it was only citizens of Brussels or Belgium that controlled all of the EU. Boy, that was misleading. Now, I know I have attacked this PragerU video quite a bit, but it appears that the gentleman in this video, Yoram Hazony, has simply created a new definition of nationalism to make it sound better.
A nationalist believes that the world is governed best when nations are free to chart their own independent course, cultivating their traditions and pursuing their interests without interference.
Well, see, this is the part of his definition that could be problematic. What if their interests are to drop nuclear bombs on people? In conclusion, remembering the difference between patriotism and nationalism is key to recognizing how nationalism could be a threat to world peace. Yes, individual countries should have sovereignty, of course, but cooperation is the way forward if we want humans to stick around for a while, and I think we do, right? I like humans. I really do. So what do you think about nationalism? Was I wrong to say nationalism was really that much of a threat? Let me know in the comments below. A special shout out to Paul from The Felt Show for helping me make this video with his dandy puppets. Check out The Felt Show on YouTube and subscribe. It's great. It's not kid-friendly though. I should warn you about that. And finally, a shout out to all my Patreon supporters who donate at least $10 or more a month. Here is your monthly shout out: Eric B. Woolman, El Casper, JoJo's Dogtail, Matt Standish, Nick Everett, Pillar Stiller Bon Ruthington, Sean Connett, CJ Cavey, Kenneth, John Johnson, Unnamed Muffin, Chris Prawl, Chris, and Victor Warmflash. Thank you all for supporting me on Patreon, and just thank you right there. Yeah, you in the green shirt. Thank you so much for watching.